Hey, Zay, what you cooking, bruh?
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Ins and Out with DT podcast. It is your boy DC Sensei. We got Caleb in the building, and yes, you just seen the intro, which is definitely going to be having another rebrand of the jerseys, as the Washington Commanders have just dropped the new jerseys today. We are going back old school, Caleb. We're going back to the Super Bowl era jerseys, man. We got the old original burgundy and gold. We got the old original primary white jerseys that everybody hated, and we got a new alternate uniform with a new alternate logo. Caleb, this has been a very, very great day. You know, we do have some mixed feelings from some fan bases and stuff like that. Some people you can't please, but jerseys look good, bro.
It does.
The jerseys look like what we grew up on. The jerseys look like, it looks like heaven. And it's a 9-day difference from what we watched for 4 years. And, you know, as we as fans of this team, there were some jerseys I kind of grew on. Like the burgundy jersey grew on me a little bit. The white jersey was still very tough to watch. But overall, and you're starting to see this with other teams too. Keep it simple. Just update the brand, and that's what they did. So we're going to cover the jersey reveal automatically, our initial reactions. Then we're going to get to our defensive playmakers that we were trying to do last week, but unfortunately we had some technical difficulties on our side with the internet. But Caleb, what was your reaction? Where were you when were you in a space or anything?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I like the jerseys. I like them.
Nasty.
I like the jerseys. I like the gloss finish on the white and burgundy ones, and I like the black jerseys too. Now, some people like the spirit through the W. Some don't, and I've seen some people think that black the alternate logo. Yeah, we should have put that on all the helmets.
I think I seen that. I think I seen that.
So, yeah, that black jersey nice, bro, and that's something I probably would get at the draft party. I would definitely cop that. But at the end of the day, we got to win in them jerseys too. But all blackout nights, yeah, fire, man, fire, straight fire. I think Josh Harris and Mark Klaus, they did their thing on the jerseys. They did what they were supposed to do, and these are the permanent ones. And I'm actually glad they didn't put the team name on the jerseys, because there's no point. Why are you putting Commanders on the jerseys? Like, we know the name. You don't have to put the name on the jersey. So that was nice too.
But you know what though, when you really look at it, like even when we had the alternates last year, it didn't make me realize until when I went back and watched the 1970, the old teams, that it didn't hit me that the word marks were never up there. It was just basic regular jerseys, So that shook me last year when I was like, oh wow, there is a difference, because when you look at the Snyder era teams, they had Redskins up there, and then we shift to Did we shift to Washington when we were the football team or no? I might have to go back and look.
We did Washington football team. We did. We
But
did.
yeah, were the words Washington on like the jersey, or was it just the NFL symbol? We might have to go look at that.
Yeah, I have a Terry. I do have a Terry jersey, so I gotta find it. Um,
Yeah, I think that time, bro. When we were called football team, bro, that was a dark time for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, when we were, what was worse, football team or Commanders?
I never really liked watching the football team. I didn't. Some people did. Some did. Some didn't. I didn't like it because there was no specific name. So,
Okay, so I just looked it up. So when we were the football team, we had the word Mount Washington up there.
mm-hmm.
So probably when it kind of shifted to like late '90s and when Snyder bought the team, he put, I think it was either Snyder bought the team or it was when it got to 2012 when the Nike deal hit. It might have been when the Nike deal hit that they start putting Redskins on the jersey.
I think so. I think so for sure. I
Yep.
mean, they did.
Yep. I'm looking at it right now. No, actually, no. It was even before then. So basically, the Snyder era, they had Redskins emblem on the jersey.
I think they did because I had an RG3 jersey and I think it did have that.
Yeah. So I love the jerseys, man. When we had alternate primary whites, and they showed the reveal of the whites, you saw they had a hanger of jerseys, and you saw the burgundy jersey. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, the burgundy jersey looks so good. Then I don't know if you've seen this, but when we were getting prepared for the Thursday night game against the Packers, they had a magazine with Jaden Daniels in the primary burgundy Super Bowl era jersey. So honestly, from those two hits right there, I was like, oh yeah, we're going back to the old jersey. But the black jersey, bro, that black jersey, bro. Oh my god, night and night and day difference from what we seen with the black jersey. That's honestly, you see this in like fan cutups where fans are making like their own of the jerseys. Like that's literally what we see on the timeline, bro. Like that black jersey, that is definitely that's the one that's still so. I think it's good because we're with the younger fan bases, the young kids and stuff. They're going to see a jersey like that. It was like, oh yeah, I want to get. It then reminds me of Florida State. Some of the teams that have the Native American background as well.
Mm. I like the change though, bro. So they gonna look good in them jerseys, in my opinion. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, jerseys look good, bro. I'm already excited for what's to come. I'm excited to see some of the new acquisitions of the jerseys, the new draft players eventually. Can you imagine, bro? Can you imagine either Jeremiah Love, Kayla Downs, Darnell Tate, or just anybody in the New Jersey, bro? Like that. Oh my God, that edit is gonna be crazy. That edit is gonna be crazy, bro. Like, oh my God, that joint's gonna be crazy. Okay. I think that's enough with the jerseys. I think everybody had their big reaction. So last week, we had a part of a series where we were doing playmakers in the draft. We did offense. We looked at the wide receiver spot. We looked at the running backs, tight ends. We didn't really talk about tight ends, but I think we're gonna. We also got to talk about that little report we just saw too. So for those don't know why Radar just brought that up. So there's a report that just recently came out before we got online about Tony Pauling. He's a cover. He covers the NFL draft and the insider for all the rumors and stuff that happens around this time of year. But they probably try to pull that up. So long story short, basically, there was mentions of Quan Martin getting some grace. Basically, there's talks about us. They probably would not jump on a Caleb Downs, which I find absolutely insane. Say that. Edge rusher, wide receiver, and corner, the three primary positions in National Football League. Those are positions that we are, they're still looking at. We could definitely say that. Yeah, so I'm about to pull it up right here. Wow. There we go. Yeah, so this Brandon had an opportunity. Shout out to Brandon. He's one of the good commander follows. He has all the news and insights. So this came from Tony Pauline. People close to the organization say edge rusher, wide receiver, corner are in play at 7. Now we do know when it comes to this team, they tell you one thing, they do another thing with this regime. Second bullet point is most believe the team won't draft Caleb Downs if available. There are people inside the building that believe Quan upside and that he can right the ship. And the final bullet point, we will, even though we're talking about defense, this team love, and will jump all over Jeremiah Love if he falls into place. So we're going to talk about the Quan Martin thing, right? Because Caleb, when we talk about this offseason, when we talk about where this team is, right? We both you and me can agree that we feel like there are positions that we're not scared to replace because there are blue chip guys. About 12 to 15. And one of them is safety. This is a deep safety class. You have 3 safeties that potentially could go in the first round. Caleb Downs, you have Dylan Peterman from Oregon, then you have Emmanuel McNeil Warren. He could go late in the first round, or maybe be the second safety. Whoever cup of tea. But I say this because when I look at Quan, he had a rough rookie year. He had a solid second year, but his third year in the league was absolutely atrocious. And I think for me, you get a Caleb Downs in your defense, that automatically makes your defensive backfield much, much better because you have someone that can communicate. You have somebody that can play in the box, in the nickel, cover deep, blitz, spy the quarterback, match zone coverage, match up with the tight ends, match up with the running backs. Like all the stuff that, a Derwin James, Kyle Hamilton, those guys do in the NFL. And when I think of Quan, I just don't see Quan that type of player. I honestly think Quan is better in the box than anything. I don't see him as, and he did have some versatility when he was in college. Mm-hmm. But I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Quan type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Quan type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see him as a Caleb Downs type of player. I don't see h The NFL, that stuff kind of changed. He played nickel a little bit. Um, played nickel a little bit in the when he was at Illinois. He also played some safety. So then you see him in the NFL. His first year he was bouncing all over the place. Second year they had him as safety. Solid year. He could have been better. Then the third year it looked absolutely bad. So I'm not I don't understand this report of they're I get it that they're trying to give him still some ways to I get it, but over Caleb Downs, over Thielemann, over Manil Warren, heck, there's some safeties that in the later rounds could be possibly better.
Yeah, I don't think they're just not going to take a safety. I mean, I think this class is too deep for you not to take a safety. Same thing like last year when the running back class was deep. Like the class was so deep that I feel like any team should have a chance to get a running back, and I think every team has a chance this year to get a quality safety. Um, I think they're going to come out the draft with a safety.
I
Now,
agree.
as far yo, uh, if I did think this though when we signed Nick Cross because Nick Cross is a box guy. He's one of the best safeties against the run. Now, do they feel like they need to get a true free safety? And they say, hey, we understand Caleb Downs is really good in these parts of the field. You can put, like you said, you can put him in nickel, put him in free, put him at strong, you can blitz him. You can do a lot of things with him. But they feel like what we need is a true free safety, and they don't want to put a. Not to say Caleb Downs can't play it, he can, but his strength is you see him play. His strength is when he's in the box or in that short intermediate range around that area. That's where he shines. That's his bread and butter, in my opinion. But he can definitely play free. He can play free for you. What if the team is saying, well, we can have Nick Cross do that, and we just draft a true free safety like a Bud Clark or Genesis Smith or um, Lewis Moore or Jalen Husky, or they will use that free safety pick to say, hey, we're gonna develop you, um, and we're gonna have you be our true free safety, and they let because I think this is Quan's last year, right?
Quan is heading to the last year of his rookie deal. Yes, he is.
Gotcha. Well, he's ass. I don't care what nobody says. If they're gonna keep trying to force this issue, cool. I mean, bro, like he's not good, bro. Like it's time to give it up. So now if they pick a Jeremiah Love over a Caleb Downs, cool. I'm not mad.
I don't have a problem with that either.
Now, what if they take a Mikal Lemon over a Caleb Downs? It fits the need, but is he the best player available?
The more we get closer, to draft, which is next week, I'm I'm cool with taking Lemon at second. I get why people are skeptical because he's mainly seen as a slot guy. Some people don't see him as really athletic. He doesn't have absolute crazy traits, like some of his peers do. But he also fits what Wow College wants to implement. And he's going to be a high volume guy in this offense. And quite frankly, to be respectful, I don't see Terry as a high volume receiver. I don't see him as a guy that's always going to get back 11 to 12 grabs a game. He's going to be able to take the deep shot, but it's also, in fairness, it's the targets thing because he never had a guy that's going to be, do his job on the opposite side. We literally had Curtis Samuel, we had Beatles Samuel, we had gadget guys more than actual true wide receiver too. And then Jahan Dotson, that absolutely fall flat on his face overall. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I would love. I actually would. This is what I'll say this. I think me and Radar are the same way. Like I do love Tate, but I also love the other two receivers. So I wouldn't be mad at which receiver to take. It's kind of like is what flavor you prefer. Some people have Lemon wide receiver one. Some people have Tate wide receiver one. Some people still have Jordan Tyson despite the injuries. So I think it's more about what you actually prefer and what fits your team. I think all three actually could fit the wide receiver room, and
I
even Radar thinks I really think they like Lemon. So
I do too. I do too. Yeah, and like not to cut you off, bro, but
no, you good.
I do have a feeling, like especially the last 2 days. Yeah, Lemon may be the pick. I think Lemon will be the pick, and I wouldn't be upset at it.
Oh,
Now, I mean, there's some that would say, "Hey, can we trade down and get a Makai Lemon?" But who's to say the Saints won't take him?
Saints
Oh,
need a wide receiver. Cleveland needs a wide receiver. Nobody talking about Cleveland.
yeah, but
And
I
they
don't.
can take Cardell.
Yeah, I got them. With the reports the last 2 days, they may trade down with the Giants, and the Giants may. No, I'm sorry, not the Giants.
Dallas, yeah,
The Cowboys, and because the Cowboys want some of the players we want, and they want some of the players the Giants want. This is why, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna rehash this. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but this is why I wanted to lose to the Giants. I want I wanted to lose because of this situation right here. We would have a top 5 pick.
This must be some humor that I missed today, but okay.
No. It was a few days ago because Telly said Caleb Downs is undersized, and Radar was like, "You idiot." Him and Jeremiah Love are the same height and the same weight. Hey, bro, that space was hilarious. Telly said he got short arms, small shoestring tackler. I don't want no Caleb Downs at 7.
7.
Yeah, but
That's insane.
yeah, but this is why I want to lose to the Giants, so I don't have to worry about nobody jumping me in the draft to get a player that I want. Because at 5, I wouldn't have to worry about that unless
Mm-hmm.
unless the Cowboys want to jump the Titans. But if the Titans want a specific player, they're not moving off. They're not moving unless it's the Cardinals. Now, if you're the Cowboys, it's like, nah, do I reach and um do I reach and like get a Sonny Styles at 3 or an overpay and overspend? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry don't give a damn because nobody answer. Jerry doesn't answer to anybody, so he's his own man. He's gonna do what he wants to do. Um, but my thing is like we're sitting at 7 with that report that just came out. I think they do really like Jeremiah Love. If Jeremiah Love fell to them, I think they're running to the podium. And some people in our fan base, some people I know personally will hate that, and some people will really, really like it. And I don't think he'll be a terrible pick. I think this year I'm starting to realize, just this year specifically, that for this draft, especially the first 10 picks, you may have to throw positional value out the window. You may have to because
Mm-hmm.
I like what tackle in this class is a better prospect than Jeremiah Love. I don't think there is one, in my opinion. Unless you want to pick a tackle just to pick a tackle, go ahead, be my guest. But is he going to have the same type of impact that Jeremiah Love will have on his team, depending on who you are? No, I don't think so. And I don't think the Cardinals are definitely taking Jeremiah Love. I think the Titans is what we got to be concerned about. And I don't think the Giants are picking Jeremiah Love either. Even though there was a report on that last night too. They said it's going to be Sonny Styles or Jeremiah Love. And if they pick Sonny Styles, Be my guest, especially if they trade Dexter Lawrence. Because now Sonny Styles has to run like get through traffic to make a tackle or to read a play. Good luck. And I really hope they trade Dexter Lawrence. I really hope they do. Their run defense is pookie dookie already, and you take him off the field. Oh yeah, it's still bad. Be my guest, please trade him. But I think they're taking a Mekhi Lemon, brother.
Yeah, so um I love Mekhi Lemon. I've been loving Mekhi Lemon since he was at USC, and he has every year he has gotten better. You look at when he started out. He started out as a defensive back. Man, we're talking about offense. But we're going to end it real quick. Like Mekhi Lemon started as defensive back. He every year he got him better as a position. And the one thing I like about his game, he's tough, strong at the catch point, and yards after catch. And this we lack guys that can get yards after the catch. And I also think I wouldn't be shocked we double dip in wide receiver too. Um,
Oh, you think
yeah,
we double dipping that wide receiver?
I said I wouldn't be shocked if we double dipped in wide receiver.
Who would it be?
Probably somebody on day 3. And I don't know if you've seen it, but with the other podcast that I did with Blitz Sports Media, I drafted 2 wide receivers. One with the third round pick, and I drafted one because he was the best player with best value. And I also had to understand that we had Van Jefferson, you had Traylon Burks, you had De'Ami Brown. All 3 guys are on 1-year deals, and you with the looming with Terry. And then also, even if you get an IU, it'll still be a 1-year deal. Like that room is going to need a strong surplus of talent and guys that can play. And I took 2 wide receivers in my mock draft that I did last week, and I added some guys that can get yards at the catch. We don't have guys that can get yards at the catch. And then with Jaden, he's very accurate. He can get the ball into you. You can make plays with it. And the one thing that when we were evaluating Jaden Daniels with Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, they were guys that caught the ball and they made plays when the ball was in their hands, especially Malik Neighbors. We don't have a guy like that. We don't have that. We clearly lack that. And obviously, when you look at the wide receivers that they have done visits with so far, it's guys that can get the football and make plays afterwards. Mekhi Lemon, Eric Rivers, Deshaun Stribling, Reggie Virgil, Kevin Coleman. Like those guys, they make plays when the football is in their hands.
I agree. We need a receiver with yak ability. I mean, we've been needing that for a couple of years. We've been needing that.
Truly, the last time we had a wide receiver, and it was, I mean, by consistent, like they were on the field and you see it. The last time we had a guy that get yards after the catch, and I would say probably Garcon.
I was just about to say his name. Yeah,
Garcon was probably the last guy we had that when he caught the football, he got extra yards after the catch. And maybe Crowder during his younger years when he was able to catch his stride, but he was also a great separator too before he got older. Yeah. So radar says the thing. We definitely lack yak guys. A lot of them are yak guys and separators in this draft. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about the defense, man. So this new look defense, they definitely invested in free agency with the line of scrimmage, with linebacker Leo Chenal, and the secondary. They did add some guys in the secondary, but that secondary is still probably going to need still more infusion of talent. So, Caleb, we're at 7. Give me your top 5 defensive players you want if we're at 7.
Caleb Downs. I like Sonny Styles. Mansour Delane. I still like Ruben Bain, man. And he'll be there. I like him. I also like, but those are probably the only guys I would probably think realistically will be there. I like a David Bailey too, but I don't think he's going to be there. And if he's there, I'm taking him too. I'm running to the podium for him too. But realistically, Ruben Bain, Caleb Downs. I like a Mansour Delane. I like that. Those are probably my top three guys that I think have a chance to be available there or will be available there.
Okay. So another question I have for you: when it comes to the edge rusher, I know a lot of people. Um, there's some discourse about David Bailey. There's some discourse about Ruben Bain. Both of them have different styles to their game. One wins with consistent power, and despite having limitations in their arm, and with David Bailey, he's one of the best pass rushers in this draft. But you can look at the size and frame, and especially when it comes to questions in the run defense, and some people even question is he even the best pass rusher on that Texas Tech defense? When you look at these two players, who do you think would be the better fit for a Daronte Jones style defense?
Out of Ruben Bain,
And David Bailey
probably David Bailey.
as a stand-up rusher?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think both can be successful with Durante, but I think Durante would, excuse me, will favor the pure pass rusher. I think he would favor him. But I think he could use Ruben Main too. You could move him around.
I think the thing with Bane is everybody questions the arm. Everybody questions the. I know some people even question his body type because sometimes when I look at him, he gives me more of a at times 3-4 N. But I also he can play stand up. I mean he's a disruptor, but I don't see him as a, how should I say this? I don't see him as like a guy that's going to get me 16 and a half sacks. I see him as a guy that's going to get you like a good 8 or 9.5, but a lot of pressures.
Mm.
I think that's what a lot of people have also been saying. But even then, he's very disruptive. That's the thing. He's a disruptive playmaker in the run game and in the passing game. Like despite the arms, he makes plays. And you
Yeah.
see that when they were on the road in the college football playoffs against Texas A&M. You saw him when they were playing Ohio State. You saw him when they played Ole Miss. You saw them in the national championship. He makes plays, bro.
Agreed. Agreed, bro. Like that's why I tell people I don't give a damn about that arm length. I don't care, bro. Like, bro, he nice. He's nice. I don't care what nobody says. I would get him in a heartbeat for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
He got a pick
So
too.
you said what?
I said he got a pick too. I didn't know that.
And I like Bailey too. I do think Bailey will be a better fit,
Mm-hmm.
but I also see why Bain will offer more in the run defense than they did with Bailey.
Agreed. Agreed.
So I wasn't with the Bane train at first initially, but after some reconsideration and just looking at just the overall talent, like we I don't care about the arm length no more because he clearly has shown that he's able to win despite that. Now, like I said, I do question about will he be what people want him to be if you're edge one, but I think he's just a good football player, man. And for our division, just in general, playing against Dak Prescott and playing against Jalen Hurts twice a year, then you playing in the NFC. We need someone that's going to be a blue chip on the defense, wherever it's defensive line, linebacker, corner, or safety. We need that guy. We don't have that. We got guys that are light green and like yellow and possibly some reds. We don't have a blue chip. We don't have a guy that's gonna like, hey, we're gonna have to double slide protection on this side, and that can help an Oway win. That can help a Johnny Newton or the defensive tackles win. We don't have that.
We don't.
And I would be cool with David Bailey as well. I do think some of the reports, talk about the off the field stuff. It does concern me a slight bit, mainly because like we haven't seen a player that has some off field concerns taken by this regime, and I wonder, do they see that as very, very big? They possibly do, but I don't know. But at the same time, Bain has some pop up this week, but you can't control that.
Agreed.
What do you guys think Eric Henderson will want to work with? That's a good question because we talked about that on the podcast.
I think of Ruben Bain.
You think Ruben Bain?
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually good because I can see that. I can see Ruben Bain because he can play inside and outside.
By the way, Matt Miller was on. Matt Miller, the dude on ESPN. He's on Team 980. He said if he were to guess who the pick would be at 7, it would be Mekhi Lemon. I really think he's the pick, bro. I really do. I think he's the pick.
Yeah, if it's Mekhi Lemon, bro, I might go by. Wow.
Wow, like in a
like
good
wow, like good. And I will be shocked because like, and I'll say this, bro, like I don't have no questions about Tate. I think Tate going to succeed in the NFL, but I get why people question Tate as the wide receiver one in the class. I get why people question it. Like, I mean, like he played with a super freak on the opposite side. I mean, I get it. But then I also think it's the helmet thing too.
Somebody also said this about Cornell Tate. He's the type of guy where he quietly gets 1,000 yards year in and year out.
Who does that?
Cardinal Tate.
No, who does that here?
Oh, Terry.
So, do you think Terry and Cornell Tate the same player?
No. I think they're best. I think they both share the best attributes as far as the deep threat ability, the contested catch. They both
better route runner.
Yes, not even a question. I also think he's a better blocker.
I'll be cool with Mekhi in 6.
7. Oh, Mekhi with 6, number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I like Mekhi Lemon. I mean, some people will say, well, can we trade down and get him? Sometimes, bro, just pick your guy. Like that's what the Lions did. I mean, pick your guy at a reasonable rate. That's what the Lions did. They got their guy. They didn't think a second about it. Yeah, Ruben Bain, but he's so yeah, bro. He can.
He's very stout. You look at the body frame, he's very stout. Um, let's talk about linebackers real quick though, because linebacker we have Sonny Styles. Um, he Sonny. Now here's the funny thing about this. I always find it funny when it comes to Ohio State guys. So Sonny started out as a safety when he got to Ohio State, right? Started out as a safety. He converted to linebacker when Caleb Downs came in. The first year, him being at linebacker, he did not have the green dot. He was the guy next to the mic, which that year we won the national championship. It was Cody Simon. Cody Simon was wore black gold jersey that year. The very next year, Sonny absolutely improved at the position. He had like 19 missed tackles, first year as a linebacker. He was still trying to understand depth and coverage as a linebacker. Sometimes he played a little bit too deep, like as if it was a safety. That took some adjustment. But you just see this year, like he took a huge step at that position, which means to me he's an ascending player at the linebacker position. And he's still only in his early 20s.
Uh-huh.
And I think for people is people don't watch. I feel like some people don't really watch other individuals. Like I felt like people watch Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs, but they didn't watch guys like Sonny Styles and Caden McDonald unless you were really deep in watching it. Because Sonny Styles had a drastic improved year. He had an All-American year. Caden McDonald was dominant. Like we had dudes that was dominating week in and week out. And I think everybody just see Sonny having a crazy combine, which I already knew Sonny was going to have a crazy combine. Sonny is that athletic.
Yeah.
Sonny is that athletic, bro. Oh, I dropped my light. But I just, I was extremely open to Sonny Styles at number 7. But I just don't see Sonny Styles being there at 7. If you get what I'm saying. I truly think with the amount of news coming out, I do think that I think Sonny is probably gonna be gone by 5 or 6.
Mm. Yeah, I think that I really think the Cowboys and I really think the Cowboys or the Giants are going to take Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. It's going to be between those guys.
And they have to jump in front of us to get him. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I get the questions too. But this was good year for offense. Is he talking about Commanders offense or House offense? Must be talking about Commanders offense. Yo, that game was horrible, bro. That's what when they had Sonny on Brock Bowers, bro. I was like, yeah, we gotta put that boy close to the line, bro. We gotta put him close to the line. But he was getting cooked, bro. Ohio State's offense. Oh yeah, yeah. Because the slow pace and all that stuff. So yeah, so I think Sonny's gonna be gone by either 5 or 6. I think Sonny's gonna be gone by 5 or 6, bro. And I'm gonna hate that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, can't do nothing about it.
And I think when I look at it now, I think it makes the most sense for Dallas to jump up and try to get him. They need just as much defense as we do.
But there's also an opinion that they like. What if they trade up and get Bailey and he's there? Or
I'm not Sonny. Kayla Downs.
or Ruben Bang.
That's true too. I know. I know. I know. Knicks would love that. Knicks is a Miami fan.
Yeah, I know, and I hope they do pick Ruben Bang. 'Cause I, I find it really hard to believe that report from Tony Pauline. I find that hard to believe, bro. I mean, we hear different things every year when it comes to the draft. So
We do so. This past couple of weeks, we seen two highly qualified NFL insiders / draft gurus did mock trades of Commanders trading Mac to 16 with the same picks, and then we're selecting a receiver. Either it was Omar Cooper, which I would I do not like that trade overall because for one, it's way too far for me. Like Omar Cooper compared to a Jordan Tyson, I'll just take the risk and take Jordan Tyson at 16. I'll take him at 16 despite the injuries, and then you still get a second round pick. I mean, how do you feel about that?
say the scenario one more time.
And we trade back to 16.
Mm-hmm.
You recoup a second round pick, and they probably will want to use that second round pick for their defense or whoever's best player at that spot. We just seen Omar Cooper did a visit with us, but we also seen Jordan Tyson did a private. Did he do a private workout with us or
no? Makai Lemon did one.
I thought we were there too. I thought he held one on the 7th. I think he's held one on the 17th.
I wouldn't know, bro.
I'll have to look at my chart. But so, would you rather have Jordan Tyson at 16 or would you have Omar Cooper? I would take Jordan Tyson.
Them injuries concern me, but I would take the risk.
I would take it's better to take him at 16 than to take him at 7.
Yes.
And then you get a second round pick with that.
Yes. And if it don't work out, we can get a receiver next year.
But then also, if it goes how we wanted to go this offseason, the Ayuk thing, it won't be a lot of pressure on him to step out despite being picked at 16. But I'm saying you want him to be productive, but at the same time, though, you're going to have a lot of guys who's going to rotate.
Yeah.
If an IU gets over here. But I can't. You can't tell me to go trade all the way back and get it. I like Omar Cooper, but I don't like him at 16 if Tyson is there.
Yeah, and I think Omar Cooper's he's a good prospect.
He's a good receiver, but
yeah, no, I just don't.
I'll even ask you this: who's better in your eyes, KC Concepcion or Omar Cooper?
KC.
I think KC's better. That's just me though, bro. Like, I just, man. I also think, bro, we just need blue chip dudes, bro. We just need blue chip dudes. And that's also within the secondary because this is the next spot we're going to be talking about. So with corner and safety, we know that this defense is still going to need some infusion of talent. I know we've been seeing a lot about Mansur Delane, local guy, play at LSU. He started out at Virginia Tech. Um, I know a lot of people are hiring him. I have kind of eased up a little bit. Um, I wouldn't take him at number 7 at first. Like if my group of guys are there, like if Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, he will probably be like one of the 5th or 6th options I'll take at 7 if none of those guys are there. Now, unless they trade back to like maybe like 9 or 10, tries to get a second pick. I like Mansur Delane, but also I understand there has been Jermon McCoy. If he wasn't injured, he would be corner 1. There has been a report out about the knees. Some people felt very uneasy with the workout, things like that. Um, How do you feel about taking corner at number 7? It is a premium position, but from what you've seen, what Flores did, they didn't really truly invest in that corner room. Maybe outside of free agency, they did get a Brian Murphy. They signed like low quality guys within that defense, and they just make plays when they need it.
I wouldn't mind a corner at 7. I just don't think. I mean, I don't think. I think Mansur Delane is definitely on the board for them at 7. Would I be mad if they take him? No. We need size at corner. I mean, he can play outside. I mean, you got him and a Trey Amos. I like that. And then you can rotate Mikey and excuse me, and a beat around. Excuse me. But with the way with the type of corners Daronte coached with, I mean, he could rock with a Takario Davis. He could rock with an Ephesians Prasak. He could rock with Andre Fuller. I know that's a really, really late corner. They're pretty daggone good players for their schools. And there's some the guy at Ohio State.
Iggy.
Yeah. I think we had a visit with him too. Or I ain't gonna lie. I mean, what, Dalen Everett?
We met with him a lot. Dalen Everett, we have met with him multiple times.
Who's the guy that played for South Carolina?
There's a lot of guys play for South Carolina.
No, the safe. Well, he's a
Kilgore. He's like safety / corner.
Yeah. What if they go? What if they take a McCollum at 7, bro, and then take a Kilgore in the 3rd round?
That would be a steal. I just don't see Kilgore falling that far.
I don't.
I see him going. I see him going probably like.
But
40s.
For the last 2 years, we've gotten some pretty good value from in the last 2 drafts Adam Peters has had. Trey Amos was not supposed to be there for us.
At 60, yeah, he was not supposed to be there.
And we got him.
You wanted to take him in the 1st round.
I'm glad they didn't. I mean, well, that's a different conversation.
Basically, they saying they had a 1st round grade on him. You got a guy that fell all the way to 61 that you were very high on, but you took Connolly, and this so happened
they got blessed.
Yeah, I think they were worried about they were worried about something back or something like that. There are some dumb GMs, so can't forget them. That's true.
And then we got Johnny Newton. That was pretty good value for him.
Good value. It's more just about him actually
progressing and actually
progressing.
getting real playing time.
Yeah,
as well.
I do think in this defense he'll have much more of a bigger opportunity with the new D line coach. Because did you look at him when he was at Illinois? They played in a multiple front system.
Yeah. You think
Put
we could trade? Go ahead. Go ahead.
They can put him more one on one with guards. If we see he had 5 sacks, bro. Like he had more sacks the last stretch of the season than any of our defensive tackles. Like Daron had like 3 overall in the season, and Killon had 0. So Newton is our best pass rusher in terms at the defensive tackle position. Which that's what they saw when he was at Illinois. But he has to be a 3-down player, which right now he's not.
Did somebody put a tweet in the group chat? Luther Burden led all receivers in average separation last year. I could see us saying, yeah, we need that for Jay. I really think he's the pick, bro.
Kyle Lemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I love Lemon, bro. But
do you think he's worth picking at 7, or do you think we should trade back and get him?
I'll take the risk to take him at 7. Because if you feel like he's your guy, take your guy, bro. I've been saying that the past couple of years. I mean, we were shocked with the Connolly pick, but after looking back at it and you get this year, like offensive line wise, like you outside of center, like you've got 2 bookend tackles. You got a guard coming back from an ACL injury. You still drafted a guard / tackle, and then you brought back Chris Paul for a 1-year deal. So the only position in question is center. You're expecting Connolly to take that next step, which he did the second half of the season.
Yeah.
And obviously pick number 2, we took Jaden. Jaden was their guy. I just wonder who's their guy this year with the Top Golf thing. Did Mekhi Lemon get a ride?
Yeah. He was there.
You think he got that private ride with DQ?
Private? I don't know. That's
Somebody got picked up by DQ, bro.
If I had to guess, it would probably be Sonny Styles. I think if he's there, I think Dan Quinn would run to the podium, his damn self, and pick him. And say, "Get me Sonny Styles," because Sonny Styles. And hear me out when I say this, right? And I know Radar's in here. He gonna jump me, especially in the group chat. Who would you pick if Arvo Reese or Sonny Styles is there at 7? Let's just say hypothetically they're both there at 7. Picking Arvo Reese.
Yeah.
You know who I'm picking? I'm picking Sonny.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to know why? But you want to know why though? Hear me out.
I'm listening.
One has a higher coverage upside. I think one of them you don't have to worry about. I think one has less concerns than the other. I don't think Arvo Reese is a true edge. He's a hybrid, right? Not saying he can't work out at edge rusher, but some feel like he's going to just be an off-ball backer. You can blitz him, just like you can blitz Sonny. You can use Sonny off the edge. You can use Sonny and blitz him up the middle. But he does the thing that takes me over the top with him is the coverage upside. I would bank on that and say, yeah, let me get a Sonny Styles because I can blitz him like Arvo Reese, and I got the coverage ability, and he's great at stopping the run. But they both can take on tackles and guards like face on. So, but Arvo Reese and Leo Chanel will go crazy, and Arvo Reese and a I'm sorry, and a Leo Chanel and Sonny Styles duo will go crazy too. But I will pick Sonny just because of the coverage upside. That's just me. I could be crazy.
No, I mean I don't think crazy. I see why people talk about it, but I also don't think. I also don't think Arvell is really that far off in terms of his coverability because he's still young and still growing at that spot as well. He's been used as a multiple style type of player. And you look at some of the coverages he did, he can cover like I think he's still about to tap into what he can really be.
So do you think? Because I did find a YouTube link about Sonny Styles and coverage. He can flip his hips pretty well
But you want to know why though, Caleb?
because he played safety.
He's a safety.
So that's the thing though. You don't think you said the coverage to you isn't far off from Sonny Styles or Alvaro Reese. Have you seen Alvaro Reese flip his hips to guard like a tight end or receiver? Have you? Or just have you seen him like drop back in?
But was he asked to do that though?
He wasn't asked to do that. You're correct. Just because he wasn't asked to do it doesn't mean he can't do it. I understand that. I just haven't seen
Because
it.
a lot of times, like he's either lined up with Sonny, he's on the edge, they're playing a multiple front to stop the run, or they have a certain package for him. He's rushing as a linebacker, or he's spying the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was really asked as much to cover because they had Sonny. But if Sonny was there, I think he can do just as much as Sonny could do.
Okay.
Because think about it, bro. Because think about this. The year before, he wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that. And now it was a different defensive play caller, but he wasn't doing all that rushing and going after the quarterback and style as much as he did this year. He was playing standard linebacker in 2024.
Did Radar comment?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said Arvell is just touching the floor with rushing at edge. To be honest, we didn't even give him any chances to rush like that at Ohio State, especially like the second half of the season where everybody was like he disappeared. He was spying more, and he thinks the cover thing is a bit overblown. I think it's a bit overblown to the extent where it's like you look at him, he wasn't really asked to cover the middle of the field because they always had him rushing, and then everybody was spying on him because they feared him rushing. And then, honestly, Caleb, too, the big reason why Caden Curry had a bigger year was because of Arvell Reese and Caden McDonald.
Okay. All right. I don't hate what y'all said.
But I'll also say this too, to benefit Sonny. I think Sonny can do the rushing the quarterback too if Arvell wasn't there. If Arvell was not on that team, he would probably have the same role Arvell Reese was doing. I guarantee you that. Because we rotated our linebackers. Our third and fourth linebackers were getting snaps throughout the entirety of the season. Straight up, Caleb, look at it. But I will say that, everybody talk about the sack numbers. Sonny had like 6 to 7 sacks the national championship year.
Yeah. I mean, y'all think the coverage overblown?
Oh, I forgot he said that.
Said what about Arvell?
Yeah, James Laurinaitis.
What do you say? Because I didn't get the.
I think he's saying like if Arvell wasn't there, Sonny would have the same role.
Mm. Hmm. Okay. Like I said, I don't hate either one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Arvo said he was just freelancing out there, rushing the pasture. Like you, our D tackle coach, he gets his hand on Arvo Reese, bro. That was
I think Pagano too. I think Pagano's a little underrated. He worked with a couple of good guys.
he did. He did. He for sure did.
But yeah, I'm cool with either linebacker, but I would probably lean with Arvell. You know, I'll probably lean with Arvell. But if they go Sonny, I'm cool with either guy. Those are my guys, man. Just get guys that can wreak havoc. And did we cover safety? I think we covered safety. There are some guys I do like in the background. I like Bishop Fitzgerald from USC. He could play the free safety spot. Back to back years with like 3+ interceptions. Like I need dudes that can get turnovers though. Bud Clark, uh, Fitzgerald, Amon Moss. What's the kid? What's the kid, yo? I just looked him up. No, you said him. Husky. I like Husky too. I went back and watched some Maryland games. I went back and watched Husky night.
He is. He is nice.
Well, Telly, what? Telly, gang. If there was one position you will put off drafting until next year, which position would you choose? Well, I'll say this. If it's not Jeremiah Love, running back. If it ain't Jeremiah Love, running back, bro. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. D tackle.
That's interesting because we just did a D tackle show. We just did a D tackle show.
And I was actually going to ask you, DT. Do you think we'll trade somebody?
Trade somebody? Like in the draft or
One of our players. Like,
who's trading?
what if we traded Daron for like a third?
I don't think he's going net a third.
Well, fourth.
Probably net a fourth. Okay, I mean, but here's the thing though. You trade him, then you definitely gonna have to get a D tackle.
Yeah.
You trade Duran, you have to draft a D tackle in that draft. Like there's no question about it. Dad said trade Duran. But like I said, that's scale. Like I said though, if you trade Duran in the draft, you might as well get a D tackle. What? Man, you gonna be gone. Yeah, you definitely had to draft a D tackle, and they done some work on the kid from Navy. He has multiple visits. And a lot of these D tackles are a little bit small, like they 6'1".
They are.
Excuse me. Will you get a better defensive tackle than Payne in the third? I mean, if we're talking about I think you can. Well, I don't think That's a tough question to say because you have to see them. You have to see them in the defense, and I do have a little bit questions about in terms of the interior D line and the defense, how they're going to function. Because you got Henderson now. Henderson, he worked over there with the Rams before he went to college football. How dominant the Rams D line was.
Mm-hmm.
So, is this D line here going to be more aggressive than what they were asked to do when they had Flores? Is Daronte Jones going to be a little bit more aggressive with the D line?
I think will for sure. They want to be really aggressive this year.
Because um, guys like Grayson Holton from Oklahoma, Landon Robinson. It's some D tackles they like, man.
DT, if you had to guess at the top of your head who we get at 7, no like just the first name that comes to mind. Who is it? 1, 2, 3.
No, you can't be doing that, bro.
What's the first name you thought of?
Well, the first thing I thought of was Downs.
Okay, all right.
First thing I thought of was Downs. I won't lie, it was Downs. You just can't tell me that.
You can't that we like quad over.
You gotta get better at spots, bro. Like that's like telling your fan base you like De'Ami Brown and Van Jefferson over a Carnell Tate with Kyle Lemon and Tyson Warren. Clearly, you've been looking at wide receivers and you also been looking at corners majority of this pre-draft process.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why those names didn't even think up because I think Carnell's going to be gone. I actually think Carnell might be gone before.
Yes, he will be. He'll be gone. He won't. I don't think he's gonna be there at all.
Wait. Let me cover majority of the defense, man.
By the way, I'll be in town 21st
Be
next
down
week.
21st.
21st next week.
I'm trying to take some time off next week, bro.
I won't be at the draft. I won't be at the draft party too.
Be a draft party
Saturday.
Okay. Bad. I'm debating about should I take Thursday off or should I take Friday off?
Thursday. I ain't gonna lie. You should go live.
I think I'm gonna take Friday off, bro.
We should go live.
Live at the thing?
No, live like during the draft, and then.
Well, I got so many other people that want me to go live, so I mean,
I feel you. Now the draft party.
I'm gonna be bouncing from lives, bro. Honestly.
Now the draft party. I don't know. Maybe. You could use your phone or something.
We'll see, man.
But yeah, bro. Like.
Oh, next week we're doing our final mock.
Okay.
Final mock.
No trades, right? Or trades.
No trades, but if we want to spice it up,
Do a trade.
We could do one trade.
Yeah, bro. You said Caleb Dow's gonna be the pick. Okay. I hope so too. He's been my number one option, realistic option for us. But deep down inside, my gut feeling I think we're taking Makai Lemon. It's my gut feeling. I think we're taking a receiver to give Jaden a weapon.
If they take Makai Lemon, bro, I would be ecstatic. Like I would love it. Because I feel like he fits. I feel like he fit what they want to do.
He does. They're gonna put him in a slot. They're gonna spam him, bro.
He's gonna be like a 90. He's gonna be a 90 to 110 catch demon, bro.
They're gonna spam him.
Bro, he gonna eat, bro.
Would you? What if we? I just had a. Well, if they get Ayuk, shit. That's if they get Ayuk.
Bro. Listen. Jaden, Bill, Gary, Lemon, Nuke, Jig, top 15 O line. That could be 25 to 28 points a game. Maybe 30. Run game, play action, keep some of the stuff Cliff did.
And then do some under center stuff, bootleg.
Have some bubble screens to Lemon. Diggs to Ayuk. 9-ball to Terry. Chig eat in the middle of the field. Bro, Luke a little bit.
Rashad White.
Yo, that offense go crazy,
man. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Love will be there at 7. I guarantee it. I'll be so disappointed. If we
my God! It's
the Pacific Classic.
All right. We've been here.
You know what? Hang on. I'll say this. I understand why he say that. Because actually, Caleb, I will say this. If Jeremiah Love is there,
I think they're.
Jeremiah Love will be the only player that I would take over a Caleb Downs. And then that offense gets even more interesting because Jeremiah Love, he gonna be a 1,500-yard man.
If they pick Jeremiah Love, you know what I'm doing in the 3rd round?
Wide receiver?
Yes.
Or you trade it back?
A wide receiver. I'm getting Ted Hurst if he's there. And you know who else will look good in this offense? The Zachariah Branch.
We'll have a space about that. we'll have a space about that.
a Zachariah Branch would, whoo, boy. It's a lot of speed, boy.
We'll have a space about that, bro. But
hey Zay, what you cooking, bro?
Yeah. Hey man, listen. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. Don't piss me off, bro. It better be a good night, 1st round. But if it's not, you know what? I'm gonna speak positivity. We're gonna get a good pick. He will.
Hey Zay, what you cooking, bro?
I believe that. And at the end of the day, bro, all the fans will buy into that. It is what it is, brother. It is what it is.
Look, man. Very excited. Got new thing. So, that's the next one.